All right, alcoholic audio engineer, broadcasting to you from lovely, scenic, beautiful Paju City, South Korea, roughly 5 kilometers south of the North Korean border, where all hell could literally break loose at any given moment. Not, but maybe. Yeah. So, anyways, this is going to be a long one, I think. But interesting. At least interesting to me. Probably no one will ever watch it, but I'm going to record it for posterity. This here is intermediate to advanced exercise in editing, audio editing, with a few other skills thrown in for good measure. And since this is part of the mixing of the song Passing Through, that's the first thing that I posted on this channel when I started it. And, well, I had planned in my first installment of my planned series, Into the Mix, wherein I take deep dives into mixes that I've done. I had planned to dive deep into that mix because I was really happy with it and I was proud of it. And now I'm just like, I don't know. I started working on it and I found problem after problem, solution after solution. And now it's a totally different animal. So what am I going to do here? I am going to pick up where I left off with part one of Into the Mix, installment one or edition one, Passing Through. And where I left off was when my solid state drive ran out of space in the middle of recording the that first section of Into the Mix, Passing Through. I was just going through the tracks. I went through the drum loop track, went through the plugins, and I was doing the same with the main guitar track. I was going through the plugins, and that's when I got cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick up from there in part two. This is technically not part two. This is kind of an aside, because what I found myself doing this evening was laying down a bass part for this song. You know, I totally remixed it yesterday and today, and a bass part really seemed called for. So that's what this is about. You can see that track 3 is now bass. And you can see that I have not tracked bass for the entire project. I've only done this much so far. And because I'm not a bass player, I'm not even a good guitar player. So it's extremely frustrating for me to track an entire bass part for a whole project. I just keep fucking up and, I keep messing up. And then even when I get it more or less right, I've got to go through beat by beat and, fix little timing mistakes. It's very tedious and time consuming. So I hit on another plan. Based on the structure of this song, I think I tracked enough that with some copying and pasting, I can cover the entire song from this section that I've already tracked. And that's what this video is going to be about. I've never done quite the workflow that I have in mind for this. I think it's going to work. It should work based on everything that I know and my experience thus far with Cakewalk. It should work. But, it could go on a while. I might run into some problems. I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to worry about time. Maybe I'm just going to hang out and sip Coke Zero and vape and work on a project. Maybe someday like-minded soul will happen upon this video and have nothing better to do and be game to, chill out and go along for the ride and maybe learn something along the way. I don't know. Or you might watch this and see some way where I could have streamlined my workflow, done something better. You might see where I did something stupid. Put that shit in the comments. School me. All right. But so far, I've been putting together a playlist of just the absolute basics of just getting started in Cakewalk, getting to know your way around the user interface. I've introduced track view, console view, the concept of channel strips, tracks. I think pretty soon I'm going to do a lesson on the signal path. So this is way beyond that. This is for people who already know their way around. All right, so you can see that I've already chopped up this bass part a bit. I just played this much straight through. Had some little timing blips, went back and fixed them. So here's what that looks like. Expanded, right? You can see where, those are individual bass notes. It's a rather busy part. I played it with a pick, and I palm muted it. So I might as well talk about that. First, let me expand that's the main guitar part. So the larger transients here are the, what would I call them? Not the benchmarks, the reference points, I guess, for timing the bass part. You can see like this larger transient. There's a bass transient, right? Bass transient. So first I'll play it, let you hear what it sounds like. Might as well just play it from the beginning of the song. There's a fade in. First I'll just play it and then I'll show you I'll tell you how I tracked it, and I'll just briefly go over what I've done to it plug-in wise, EQ wise, and all that. All right, so without further ado, here's what it sounds like. And do we have audio? Oh, there's no audio. What the hell's going on? All right. Well, didn't waste any time running into an issue. Oh, that's it. My input and output drivers are set for the audio interface, the M-Audio black box, which that's what I used to track the bass part. So I've got to set that for my microphone. At least I hope that fixes it. So input driver, M-Audio black box, microphone Titan Studio Pro, output Titan Studio Pro. Okay. All right. Now hopefully we'll have audio from the Cakewalk project. And away we go. There we go. Fade in.
Lift one thing, feel
Gonna mute the vocal. Soloed. Main guitar track and bass line solo. Yeah, it's still not perfect, but I don't like things totally, absolutely perfect anyway. I don't want it to sound like a machine. So I just fixed the most egregious timing errors, and the ones that sound human and somewhat musical, could pass for somewhat musical. Sometimes I just leave those as they are. So this is this chord progression. This is the first verse and refrain. This bass part so far is the first verse and refrain. And let me see. I think I can track the. Let me try tracking the guitar into the DAW, so that I don't have to, play it dry, unamped, whatever, so that I can show you the chord progression. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool chord progression, and I'm rather happy with this bass part also. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not worried about time. This is a hangout. This is like this is an evening of music and mixing and figuring shit out, and no alcohol. I am the alcoholic audio engineer. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, right? Even if I hadn't had a beer in more than 3 months. And no end to the teetotaling in sight. Anyway, so let me see if I can get this audio interface injected into the DAW and subsequently into the signal of this what is this, a podcast? It's not live, so is it called a podcast? I'm recording it to upload to the YouTube channel. So what is it? This video. Okay. Let me take off this. This is a shungite bracelet. If you're paranoid, if you're a paranoid conspiracy nut like me, you're worried about EMF. Shungite is meteoric mineral stone from outer space, man. It's from a place in Russia where this gigantic asteroid or meteor landed. And it deposited this rock from outer space called shungite, and it disrupts nasty EMF. It's best to have it on you, but I'm going to put it to the side. It keeps clicking on the desk, right? All right, so yeah, let me see here. Going to go ahead and go back to preferences, input. All right, so input off, Titan Studio Pro on, M-Audio black box, okay, and then I guess I'm gonna have to arm a track to hear some input. There'll be a delay. There'll be some latency, but who cares? Maybe I can get the point across. All right, Track 15 is empty. Arm it, and then what is that thing called? I forget. Input echo. Yeah. Let me reach over and strum the guitar and see what happens. Let's see. Not hearing anything. Well, I got signal coming in, but I'm not hearing anything through my headphones. And I'm only getting a mono signal. What the hell is up with that? Let's see. Okay. Is that going to fix it? Okay. Now we're back to a stereo signal. And for some reason it's not coming through into the live audio mix. Well, all right. So much for that. I'm just going to, yeah, I'll just play the main guitar track and tell you what the chords are. Just so you know, in case you're a muso, which I'm not. I just, I hack it. I'm a songwriter. I'm a lyricist. I struggle mightily to track things that are acceptable. All right, back to preferences, and let's get this back to Titan Studio Pro. Microphone. All right, we got audio. Yeah. And my processor is getting a little bit overloaded because of the way I do things. I like to master while I track and mix, because I'm weird. I like to look forward to what I'm going to be doing. Just my workflow, man. And in order to take some load off the processor, I'm just going to disable my mastering compressor. That should do it. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So that chord progression. This is going to be important. Very pertinent to the cut, copy, paste, editing stuff that I'm going to be doing. The structure of the song. Going to be pertinent. All right, so here is the here's my workhorse. It's a Yamaha SG style, heavy as fuck, but it's not Japanese. It's Korean, made by an old Korean grandpa in a city called Uijeongbu, north of Seoul, and I love this thing. Check out the inlay. Hang on a second. Isn't that cool? There we go. Yeah. Look at that. I will explain this when I get back to the mic. Yeah. And see the name if you can make it out. Too dark in here. There we go. Sejong, Sejong. Named after the king, King Sejong, who apparently he's said to have invented the Korean Hangul alphabet. That inlay, that mother of pearl inlay, is well, they've got this traditional black lacquer furniture that's inlaid with tons of nacre, mother of pearl. And, you know, it's just got like, if you ever looked at like East Asian ink paintings of nature, hills and trees and animals, cranes, a lot of cranes, fish, deer, a lot of deer, rabbits, you know, a tiger here and there, and lots of foliage. Yeah. So this old Korean grandpa, he did that to this guitar fretboard, and I've been here a long ass time. My wife and I have some of that old furniture in the master bedroom where she sleeps. We inherited it from my mother-in-law. Well, she's still alive, but well, she's in assisted living, so big, huge wardrobes with this beautiful inlay all over them. And that's what this guitar. That's the story behind this guitar. So yeah, I used guitar to track my bass. Pickup selector in the middle position. That's the most rounded sound, and used a pick, and I palm muted. So you'll probably be able to hear just the string sound of this thing. So, all right, so that's the first part of the verse. It's a B, A, E, back to B. So it's let me see. Twice. Guitar's a little bit out of tune, but that's what I was doing when I tracked the guitar part. Through an effect on the audio interface. I was so bar chord on the B, bar chord on the A, and I was like letting go of the index finger and kind of rolling the low E string, working that in, and so it goes B, A, E, back to B twice. And then after that, so it's E, B, and then back to E, 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 back to B, and then F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, and then C sharp, and then A flat, and then C sharp, D, E flat, all major chords, and then another kind of 5-4-1 from B flat, B flat, A flat, E flat, and then that, and then back into the B, A, E, B. So I guess it changes keys. I'm not a music theory guy at all. I just come up with shit. If I like it, I do it. If it seems to work, I roll with it. I figure it out. I don't understand it. I don't understand it theory-wise. But yeah, B, A, E, B. And then to F sharp. And then it ends up with in a B flat, E flat. Who knows what the hell that is. Anyways, it turned into a song that I like. It's got a melody. It works. So anyways, that's that's it. It repeats. It repeats with a couple of brief interludes. 2 brief interludes. 3 of those sequences that I just played, starting with B, A, E, back to B, and then that change that ends up with whatever it was. E flat, B flat, whatever. That was the cycle. It does that 3 times. With a short interlude between the first cycle and the second cycle, and a longer interlude between the second cycle and the third cycle, and then an outro, right? So I did the bass part for the first cycle, which is a verse and refrain. Not really even a refrain, passing through. It's the last line of the verse. It works like a refrain because it ends with passing through. The phrase passing through. Okay, so all right. So what did I do with it? So I tracked it on the guitar, pick, palm mute, and to get it to sound like a bass, of course, what did I do? I started out with pitch proof, which is, a harmonizer pitch shifter. There's a lot of them out there. I like this one. It's simple, free, simple, and it works. I've got some others that are, like more well-known and well-regarded, and I just don't like them as much. I like this one, pitch proof. And so pitch minus 12 semitones, blend all the way to wet. All right, so let's just hear that by itself. First, I'll turn off the effects rack. And let me see. I'll turn off the... let me see. Should I leave that on? Yeah, I'll turn everything off so you just hear the guitar as it was tracked. Everything on the D, A, and E strings, obviously. This is the B, A, E, back to B. This is the second time around. Back to B. And then back down to E. E. Back to B. And then next into the F sharp. C sharp, whatever. I get lost. Just passing through. All right. Right. And then it goes back to the, then there's the interlude. The interlude is B A E B, one time around. That's the first interlude. Right. So I've got to take that first cycle of B A E B from here and cut a section of that first cycle and attach it here, and then start this whole cycle over again and attach it to that. Right. So I've got to create the bass part for that interlude. One cycle of B A E B. And then I can copy this whole cycle here and copy paste that after that. Right? All right. But I've already chopped this up into pieces like fixing timing errors. So this is a bunch of bits of track here. So that's part of the workflow. That's what makes this this edit interesting, right? All right. Back to plugins. What I did, obviously, Octavizer to get it to sound like a bass. So that's just. Let me see here. Let me enable the. Yeah, I should start with the Octavizer because that's where I get the. That's the origin of the bass sound, right? So I'll take off the boost, I'll take off the compressor, and we'll just track it solo on the pitch proof. Solo. All right, here we go. Not bad. Right off the bat, that's a nice clean. That's a good plugin, man. If you don't feed it shit, it's decent. And I wanted something that sounded kind of synthy. I didn't want a lot of like wood sound, fret sound. That's why I palm muted. Okay. Right. So obviously then I added a boost. So here's my boost plugin. This is a native Cakewalk plugin called Boost 11. It's no nonsense. It works good. As long as you don't overdo it. And you can see it's not the compression stage is not even engaging in the middle here. Just a nice clean boost. Not even affecting the dynamics yet. Really happy with that. And then here's the compressor. It's called colored compressor. ATK colored compressor. So here's what that sounds like. Nothing extreme at all. Just kind of. Yeah, my CPU is being a little bitch. All right. I kind of wavered between serial and parallel. Here's I don't know what all these knobs do. I'm not very super technical. I call myself the alcoholic audio engineer, tongue in cheek. I mean, I know what some of them do technically, but generally I just tweak knobs until I like what I hear. But I know the difference between serial and parallel compression. So the parallel is just a little bit too That's just a little bit too aggressive, more aggressive than I want. Just want something real laid back. Nothing too forward. And here's what I did over in the Pro channel. Okay, I'm assuming you already know what the Pro channel is. The Pro channel, wonder of wonders. I just discovered the Pro channel. I'm a moron. Like, I ignore things at my peril. I was just downloading. I just recently got back into this hobby, to help myself quit boozing after years and years away from it. And, I just kind of like went back to my usual thing of dicking around on the internet and finding free plugins and trying them and just dicking around with plug. You know how it is. It's fun. It's fun. Kind of a waste of time sometimes, but but I got some good plugins, man. I got some good plugins, but I had no idea. Everybody says, "Oh, Cakewalk is good entry level." It's good entry level, it's not as feature rich as Cubase. I could rant about Cubase and other DAWs. The thing I like about Cakewalk is it's all right, I'll just but one example, right? I've got this dear friend of mine in another country, and we kind of talked about collaborating on a recording project, remotely using today's cloud technology to share files and project files and shit. And I'm like, I got Cakewalk. I'm using Cakewalk. He's like, Steinberg, Cubase. You want Cubase? I'm like, I still got it from when you gave it to me years ago. I got Cubase. He's like, Cubase. I use Cubase. He's a professional. He is a shredder. He doesn't fuck around with entry-level stuff. And so I started up Cubase. And it took me like... I'm a retard. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to UI stuff, And I don't have a lot of patience with it. I get frustrated easy. I start cursing, and there starts to be the danger of stuff getting smacked and tossed around, which is not good in a setting like this, right? I like to minimize technical difficulties and meaningless bullshit learning curves as much as I can, right? And I fire up Cubase, and I'm looking at it again after some years, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how to get Cubase to accept this VST microphone. It doesn't even have drivers. It's plug and play. I can't get fucking Cubase to recognize it and track from it. I mean, and I'm on the internet. I'm looking at forums that are years old. It's just miserable. Just miserable. And I finally figured out the trick just totally by happenstance. It was like a fucking Alt F9 or some shit like that to bring up the whatever screen it was to to connect the microphone. And in Cakewalk, yeah, it's just entry level. You see, it's for neophytes. It's okay if you don't know what you're doing, but there's much better stuff out there. You see, for the pros, for the people who know how to go through 12 unnecessary steps to hook up a fucking USB mic. In Cakewalk, here's this button called Preferences, and you click it, and everything that you've got in your machine, in your system, that can be recognized by Cakewalk is there. And you select it, input and output, and you click OK. And 9 times out of 10, it's okay. Anyway, when I picked Cakewalk, I did it because it was free, totally free, no strings attached. You don't even have to make an account with BandLab. You don't even have to, register or whatever. It'll nag you a little bit, but you don't have to. And my brother in the States is using it, and he wants to learn this shit. So, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna curse. I'm just hanging out tonight. And yeah. So my brother's like, yeah, I'm learning Cakewalk. So this is before I even thought about starting a YouTube channel on audio engineering and how it can help you get sober. But I love it, man. I really dig Cakewalk. It's the UI is really intuitive. It's not hard to figure shit out in Cakewalk. It's a rational, not irrational, a rational, sane UI. It's intuitive. It makes sense. I love it. And but I was just doing my old thing of just downloading plugins and using my plugins, and I just ignored this thing called the Pro Channel. What is that? I don't have time for that. Oh man, I happened to watch a Cakewalk tutorial by a guy, like a real pro, somebody who really knows what he's talking about, really knows his way around it. And he was saying, yeah, this is, they say this is entry level, but open the hood, man. It's got some really good stuff in there. And so that's what this is, the Pro Channel. Holy shit, the Pro Channel. I digress, but it's good digression. This is the Pro Channel. So, if you don't know, there's the button for the Pro Channel, Show Hide Pro Channel, right? This is my bass track. Click. Right, all right. So, there's my vertical channel strip, my console view channel strip for the bass track. There are my plugins. And you can see here that, hey, I've got some kind of EQ thingy right there. What is that all about? Also on my master channel. What's that all about? That is the Pro Channel. So in the signal stage before my little rinky-dink plugins, right? Between the input gain and the effects rack, I've got the Pro Channel. And lo and behold, I've got a console emulator. You know how much dough some dudes fork out for console emulators? Granted, these are probably not great console emulators, but they're console emulators, man. And they do stuff. subtle stuff, but you can hear it, man. And so they got S type, N type, A type. N type stands for Neve. And so here's your preset button right there. And it's got presets. So, of course, I went through quick and I just chose bass presets. So, bass, fat, S-type, boom, right? Let's see the needles move on that when I play it. Oh. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love V-meter needles, even if they're virtual. I love them. Oh yeah. I don't care that nobody's gonna see this. Someday somebody will see this and leave me a comment, hoping to hear back. And who knows where I'll be by then. So that's the console emulator. And above that is a tube stage. And so I chose bass 1. I didn't even try bass 2. Let's try bass 2. Say BM. Yeah, bass 2 is a little bit more attacky. I think I'm going to go back to bass 1. Bass 2 has more of a decay envelope. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Above that, we've got our equalizer. Wait till you see this, man. Wait till you fucking see this. I went through this entire mix today. And I just went through every track, every channel strip, and played around and did all these pro channel presets. Look at all these EQ presets, and they're really useful, and they really work, man. They really, really, really work. This mix is. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I was really, really, really happy with it. And now it's a completely different thing now. And I think better. It's going to get better yet. Bass, round and smooth. We've got bass, amp, sim, push, growl. Deep, fingered, pick, emphasis. Well, I played it with the pick, although palm muted, but I didn't want a pick sound. I played it with the pick for precision because I'm not a bass player. I don't do this, right? I don't got the bass fingers. So I used a pick, and I picked softly, and I palm muted. And let me see. I tried fingered, but it was still a little bit too plucky. So this is the one I settled on, round and smooth. Tight low end boost was also kind of cool, but I picked round and smooth. That's right. Did I get the right one? Yeah, round and smooth. And that's what the EQ curve looks like right there. And I did, hang on a second. I futzed about with it here, and I did some of this stuff. And it didn't, it didn't remember that. I wonder why. It sounded a little bit better with a little bit of presence up here. I wonder if it's going to stick this time. Anyway, here, let's listen to it while I, fuck around with that. Yeah, a little bit of presence up there. And you can hear the note a little bit better, but you still got your basic low pass. Right. Okay, so and there are other things that you can install. Oh, and then above that is the compressor, the Pro Channel compressor presets. Not so many, but I chose bass 1. Let's see what bass 2 sounds like. Bass 1's a little bit louder. Bass 2 is a little bit softer. I'm gonna go with bass 1. And so, oh man, the Pro Channel, I'm a big fan. So let's hear it. Let's toggle the Pro Channel on and off. See, you hear the pick, right? I didn't want to hear the pick. I wanted it to sound like that, you know, and not like Geddy Lee either, right? Like Geddy Lee I didn't want it to sound like a Rickenbacker bass with Geddy Lee plunking away at it. I wanted it to sound soft, but I knew I'd be able to achieve that with the Pro Channel. So, Pro Channel. Oh man, let's A/B the console emulator. It's so subtle, I almost just can't hear anything. But it's console emulator, man. other channels, other settings, I could hear what the console emulator did. Like console emulator. That was an important component of the new mix today. Like there were those were some tough calls. I spent about 6 hours today mixing this song, remixing. All right, so yeah, enough of that. That's the bass sound, and now I wish that the pause button hadn't disappeared from my podcasting software, OBS, which works really good. If you're interested in getting into this this racket here, this racket. Stop recording. Last weekend, I had to take my computer into the shop and get a brand new terabyte solid state drive, total Windows reinstall, system reinstall, and I had to reinstall all my software and everything afterward, and reinstalled OBS, started it up, and the pause button is gone. There's just stop. And if I stop, then I'm going to have to start a new video, and then I'm going to have to stick the two parts together in a video editor, and I don't want to do that. I just want to pause it and go to the bathroom and come back. Or I want to pause it and take a big, huge, I want to do a big, huge vape cloud. But I don't want to annoy the person who is probably never going to watch this. Where is the pause button? This is unaccountable. Why would a pause button disappear from a user interface? I installed it from the same installer as before. It's not like it's a new version or anything. What the fuck? What up with that? There's no pause button. Yeah. Anywho. The infinite regress. back to Cakewalk. So I'm not sipping on my Coke Zero like I normally would, because I don't want to have to get up and take a piss. My apologies. This particular flavor is so good, and it's strong. Salt Nick. Oh man, it hits the spot. All right, so what do we got to do here? What's my workflow? I've got my my basic sequence tracked to my liking. It's not perfect, but it's if I decide I can't live with it, I'll just go back and do all this over again. No biggie. Or I can just go back and shift notes later on if I want. Yeah, it's no big deal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to export this bass track as a separate WAV file and re-import it so that I no longer have these breaks. You know, it's fragmented into different clips. I want it one clip. So to do that, if you don't know about this, if you don't know about export protocols, I don't want to mix down and export the whole song or even the whole length of the project. I want that much. I want that much. And so up here there's these two green sliders. If you don't know, if you are new to digital audio workstations, Cakewalk in particular, or DAWs in general, most DAWs, I think, have something similar to this. This is where, so if I was going to, might as well just stop and explain this to someone who might not know. Let's say I want to mix down, I want to do the entire mix down into a WAV file or an MP3, the whole song, the whole kit and caboodle. Fit project, bang, there's the whole, let's just assume the bass part. So everything's done. I want this green bracket to cover the whole thing, right? And so I've got 14 tracks from loop down to chimes. And I take my cursor thingy there, and I get it right on the edge of the frame, and I right click and I drag and I select the whole project like that, and you see that the green bracket at the top covers the whole thing. There might be times where your tracks don't actually start at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. You might want to start the mix down, at 2 seconds in or something like that. You're gonna inch the slider this way to where you want the mix down to start. And of course, want to go to the end and make sure that the slider actually does go to the end. Stretch it out with the magnifying glass. Stretch it out. Go to the end and look at it in more detail, all the way to the end, and we see that, assuming that this is the very, very end right there, that purple track. It's not, I want to take this and slide it until it's right there. That way I'm sure that it's going to mix down all the way to the very end. That green bracket of two sliders up there covers the entire project, right? And then I'm going to go File and Export Audio MP3, wave, whatever, go through all this rigmarole, hit export. But I'm not doing that now. I just want to get this bass part exported to a smaller wave file that I can then re-import and chop up and work with. So I'm going to undo what I just did, there we go. And I'm going to go back and go back to my bass track. And I'm just going to select that. Right, I can have a little bit in front and back, a little bit of empty space in front and back, no biggie. And that's it. See the green sliders up there? That's it. That's what I'm exporting. Oh, and I've got to make sure that it's already soloed, but if I only want to solo this part from this track, I got to make sure that the track is soloed right there. I don't need that much empty space up front. That'll do it right there. All right. So, bass track is soloed. If, in theory, this is all it should mix down. Oh, and I'm going to disable the effects. I'm going to disable the Pro channel. Pro channel disabled. I don't want this affected. I want it dry, just the way I tracked it. Bring it back in and run it through the effects stages as a dry signal. All right, so I'm going to go to File, Export, Audio. And I'm going to save it to my project folder, my audio export folder within the passing through folder. These are various mix downs. And I'm just going to call it bass clip. Okay. And not MP3, but wave. Obviously. I don't need dithering. And anything else? I don't think so. Export. And well, it's taking a long time for such a short little blip, but let's see if it works. This is in theory. I've never actually done this before. Export audio successfully completed. Open export location. Oh, that's behind my camera there. Open export location. Oh, there. Open export location. All right. There it is. Bass clip. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. And there it is. So it rendered, how big is it? It is, how big is it? 14.7 megabytes. That looks about right. All right. So what should I do? I guess I'm going to, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to duplicate the track without events, but with plugins and everything else. And I'm going to expand this, get a nice close look. I'm going to get the line right on the beginning of the transient. I'm assuming that when I insert that imported clip, it's going to insert right there. Let's just make sure that I'm right exactly on the transient. Well, okay, so I'm going to have to adjust it. Big whoop. No biggie. Hang on. What am I doing? Come on. Come on, alcoholic audio engineer. Get your shit together. There we go. Okay, so file, import audio, and, all right. Let me see. Local disk C, Cakewalk projects, passing through, audio export, bass clip. There it is. Double click, and whoops. Control Z. Ah, fuck. What did I do? Edit. Undo insert events. Hang on. I'm such a moron. Alright. Actually, that needs nudging. Like one click to the right, maybe. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I got to repeat my duplicate channel, duplicate track. Oakley dokley. There we are. Lines in the right place. I got to select this track. Select the track I want to insert it in. Import audio, bass clip, open, and there it is. All right, I left a little space in front of it. Just going to do that. Just take that out and drag it over so that it is aligned. It looks different. It looks the waveform looks smaller. Why does the waveform look smaller? Why is that? It should look the same. Shouldn't it look the same? Shouldn't it be identical? Should I have dithered it? I'm dealing with less of a signal, different signal than I had. The fuck? Let's hope that it doesn't make any difference. Let's hope it sounds the same. Looks different. It looks kind of phase inverted or something. Look at that. It's weird. All right. Well, I'm just going to mute that. And as you can see, let me see here. Fit project. Right. So there's my chopped up bass part in different pieces. And there is my unified bass clip right there. Let's see how it sounds. I'm going to move this up under the... I'm going to keep this one for safekeeping, obviously. I'm going to save. All right. I'm going to name this... I don't even... Fuck it. Okay, well, I'm going to name this bass clip. All right. Bass clip. All right. And let's, let me see. Okay, that's soloed. And let's solo the guitar track and just see if we got them synced. And let's turn on our effect. What am I doing? Oh, there. See, this is the shit that you can add to the Pro channel. Other shit you can add to the Pro channel. Isn't that cool? I hope it sounds as good as it did before. Let's find out. I'm going to stretch it out and just... Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Looks lined up. Let's find out. Sounds like it needs to be nudged. Just a pubic hair. Okay, so I'm gonna really stretch it out. All right. Let's get down to the. Let's see here. Right at the beginning of the. It bothers me that the waveform looks different. Well, they're pretty much lined up. Probably. See there? Those should probably be lined up. But this is pretty fine scale. Those are lined up pretty much. There's a tiny. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to go with it. Like I said, if I have to do it all over again, I'll have to do it all over again. No big whoop. Sounds basically in time. Although, again, this waveform looked a little bit anemic compared to the original, so I think I'm going to go back into my. I'm going to go see if parallel sounds a little better, a little more oomph. I'll leave that up. Maybe tweak it. Here we go. Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit there. I'm lagging a little bit. But, you know, sometimes that can be cool once you sit it in the mix. All right, just gonna go with it. And I'm not gonna tweak these knobs anymore. Let's just dive ahead. Alrighty-o. What's next? Well, need to let me think here. I should probably don't really have to do that. Let's find out. First, I'm gonna get selected the 2 cycles of BAEB, which is 1 cycle of BAEB. That's the first interlude. All right, so starting from the transient itself. Come on. What? I gotta go up here to the timeline, click it there. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. All right. All right. By the way, in case you don't know, I've got this set not to rewind to now marker on stop. I'm going to change that in a minute. Okay. B, 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 A, 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 E, 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 B, 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 B. Right there. Right there. Right there. This, let me stretch it out a little bit more. This note right here is the re-beginning of the, right there should be 1 cycle. Let's see if I'm right. So I'm gonna select it right from there. Right, but let's be precise. Let's be precise. Let's be fucking precise, man. Let's be really precise. Yeah? Look at that. Alright. I want to get right up on that transient. Get right up on that pitch. Right there. And now I'm going to have to... It's tedious. It's going to take forever. I got to select back to the beginning of the clip. I got to select that much right up to that transient. Oh God, this is going to take... Oh, there we go. I'm going to overshoot. Come on. Hopefully it's only selecting this track. Come on. See, this is probably where, you know, at some point some dude's going to see this and laugh. Like, dude, why aren't you just punching it in? Right? Yeah, there's probably a way to, like, get the numbers and just, like, punch the fucking numbers in. The selection that you want. And I don't know that. I don't know. Right? So I'm going through this nonsense. But I don't, I'm sure that that's an option, but I'm not going to take the time to do that learning curve right now. Here I am. And, okay. There it is. I hope I'm right. Bass clip, I'm on the right track. I guess I'm going to start it from here. I can always, like, truncate it. There's the selection. And zoom out. So I can see my whole selection. And what am I going to do? Yeah, just to kind of like make things a little bit more, just give myself a little bit of workspace. More workspace. I'm going to duplicate the track again. Not that I need the effects or anything. I just need another track, an empty track to park my copied and pasted selection in. I just want to see if it... Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the edit menu. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go here. Look at that. You see that right there? It doesn't look like I selected the whole transient. But that must just be a graphical thing. That's a graphics error, right? I got it. All right. Too much self-doubt, but it's warranted. It's warranted. I've got good reasons for stopping and second guessing myself. All right. Copy. I wish I could save this selection. Because if I'm doing a brain fart here and this doesn't work, then I'm going to have to go back and make that selection again and like try again. Oh. One more time, just to be sure. I edit. I've got my selection. I edit and I copy. Copy special is like, I don't need that. There's no automation or no events. Just copy, right? Copy. So in theory, I should like go here and select this track. empty track I just opened, and go up to edit. I think Control V and Control C, Control V don't work in this. All right, there it is. Oh, thank God. Thank God Almighty. I might have to take a piss break here in a second, but it's long format, and missing pause button be damned. When you gotta go, you gotta go. There's hopefully this is the right selection. You know. Oh, I'm not even gonna stop and check it. I'm just gonna go. What am I gonna do? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. This is theoretically this is the interlude, and I'm gonna take it over here. Maybe I should turn on my snap. No, I shouldn't turn on my snap. That's just gonna. All right, I'm just gonna have to. That should be my interlude. Stretch it out again. Nope. Maybe that's too much. There we go. And let's go back over. And all right. So I'm thinking, if I'm correct, I don't have to do this, but I'm just gonna. There we go. And that's where. That's where this transient, this bass transient, and this guitar transient should line up. So there's the beginning of the guitar transient. There's the beginning of the bass transient. And let's be precise. Let's be fucking precise. And I'm even going to retract this so that the decay envelope of that last bass note gets to expire. And there's a nudge right there. There's a nudge. So I'm going to select that clip. Oh, it nudged. I don't like that. I hate it when I select and accidentally drag. It pisses me off. You see, there's the guitar note transient. That's actually not a guitar transient. It's a drum transient. I tracked that guitar part to a drum machine in the audio interface. And then there's a separate drum machine track aside from that. That's a drum beat. So, select, click, process. This is how you nudge things, in case you don't know. In case you're a noob who got suckered into watching this for whatever reason, it's never going to happen. But who knows? It's a big universe. Everything that can happen will happen at some point. If not in this kalpa, then in another. The eternal return. Nietzsche much? Yeah, I was a philosophy major. That was one of my majors, one of my useless majors. If I had it all over to do again, if I had it, how do you say that? If I had it to do all over again, if I could go back 30 years, I would drop out of university and go, if I had my 22, 23-year-old body with my 52, 53-year-old perspective, I would But with that body, I would go back and learn deep sea underwater welding and, or, some trade, join a union, drive an old beat up truck, not get married. And buy rental properties and then retire early and do real estate. That's what the fuck I would do if I could go back in time. Not be a philosophy major, for crying out loud. Okay, so if you're a noob and you want to, you need to nudge something just a smidgen, and the mouse is just going to piss you off. Process, nudge, left, right, left one, left two, right 3, right 3. 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks. I'm going to start with 1 click left. Left 1. Oh, too much. Fuck. We're down to a level of precise granularity where the nudge feature is no longer useful. So I'm going to have to use the mouse. That worked. At least I hope it worked. Let's find out. Maybe this is all just one gigantic brain fart, and I'm going to have to go back and try again. All right. Unsolo that. Let's find out. Yep. Right. And yeah, that worked out. Now I got the very front end of a transient right there. Did you hear that? Right, you should kind of see it. I kind of heard it go beep. Just a little click. I don't need that. All right. Listen again. There's a little click. It's a click. All right. Less of a click. I'd like to preserve that decay envelope as much as I can. I don't want to sacrifice that. All right. Well, I can always get it back if I want. I can always. Look at that. I've actually got the whole. I've actually got the whole damn bass clip on either side of it. It's just hidden. When I made this selection and copied and pasted, it copied and pasted that selection, but the whole damn clip is still in, potentially. I can uncover it. Anywho. Let me see. I'm going to select this track, one cycle of BAEB, which is my first interlude. And hey, my brother will probably watch this if he. Nathan, I'm gonna urge you to watch this. And if you do, you're gonna learn a lot. Hey Nate, if you're watching. So now I've got it selected. I'm going to once again copy. I'm going to come down here once again, and I'm just going to park it. I'm going to have another copy of it. Oh, select. Make sure that the track is selected. And edit and paste. And boom. All right. So I've got another copy there. Just because I think I'm going to need it. All right. So there's the interlude, and then the second verse begins here, and that means one more cycle, which means that I can take that clip and edit and copy, and then I can come over here. So I'm going to stretch it out again. Come over here and click here. Click. I'm going to have to adjust. I'm going to have to nudge it, tweak it anyway. So anyway, that's basically where I want to paste it. Edit. Paste. Oh, it's wrong. Track selected. There. Here is where I want to paste it. This is my bass class. After I'm done, I'll rename it bass track, not bass clip. Well, now I should bass part. Bass part. I'll just call it bass part. All right. There we are. And edit and paste. All right. Now, stretch it out again. And yeah. So that there bass transient should line up with this here drum transient. So, stretch out a little more. We want to be precise. Want to be fucking precise. There we go. Could do a little bit better. Right there. Get right up on that bitch. And right there, right there, right there. There we go. Stretch out a little more. Yeah. That's it. You know. That's it. That should be it. Okay. And let's give it a go. More or less in time, you know, I think no worse than it was before. Yeah. Hang on, I'm going to stretch it out again. Hang on. Hang on. Sounds like it needs a nudge. It looks like it needs a nudge. Right there. That looks like that needs a nudge. Right? This is not a computer part. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it needs... See, there's the first. It lines up at the beginning. More or less lines up there. That could use it one... At this, I don't know. Doesn't hurt to try. Did I? I didn't move it, did I? I didn't move it. Select. Process. Process. Nudge. Left one. Let's see if it sounds just a little bit more in time. Let's find out. All right. All right. Yep, that sounds more in time. That means I need to go back here where I stuck these two together. I heard a little blip there. Hang on. Yeah, if I want to zero in where I want to go, I need to put... I forget what that thingy's called. What is that thingy called? This thingy. I always forget what that's called. There's a word for it. The dingle dongle. That's too long. You see that right there? I'm zeroing in on that. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look too bad. But there's like a little click or something. Let's see here. Well, not going to hear it whenever all the other parts are added in. It's in time. Let's just make sure that the parts match. And okay. So after this, again, in theory, you see these, that's the first verse and refrain. Second verse and refrain. That's a copy. The latter is a copy of the former. And the next interlude will be two of these. Two of these. Okay. Although I'm not going to use two of those. That's too lazy. That'd be retarded. Anyway, let's listen to it. Oh, the fuck did I do? Always doing shit like this. Right. Okay. All right. Where's my pick? A. E. B. Back to E. B. F sharp. C sharp. A flat. E flat. B flat. A flat. E flat. All right. At the very tail end of that clip, there's a little bit of a tiny little bit of the jump back to B, which ain't a problem. We are on track, literally. We're on track. And my bladder is beginning to complain. And I have no pause button. Thanks, OBS. Back and I'm going to go like, try not to injure myself hurrying. I know what I'll do. I'll just unsolo these and play the mix for you from the beginning while I'm gone. Yeah. I repeat, you just listen to that. I'm gonna get my nick fixed. Too loud, the bass. Let me see. I want it more subtle than that. What's going on? Better. Oh, let's punch in the main vocal. Punch in. I keep saying punch in. That's the wrong term. That's when you record. You punch in. Let me. Where is the main vocal? Cool beans. Save. Don't ever fucking forget to save, Nathan. You're gonna. And then Cakewalk's gonna crash. And you're gonna remember this moment when I said, always remember to save. Don't rest on your laurels, feeling good about yourself. When you start to feel good about yourself for not making some stupid, egregious error, let that be a reminder to save. Because when Cakewalk doesn't autosave. It should, but it doesn't. Okay, so let me see here. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I told you that on either side of this here clip right here. On either side of that, not on either side. On this side is, look. Wait a minute. It's all there. All. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll get back to that in a second. I'm going to undo. Can I undo that? Undo crop clip. All right. Okay, so let's zoom out again and listen to the tail end of this. All right, so right there, that drum beat is where it goes back to B. From whatever that was. B flat, A flat, E flat. Goes from E flat back to B. How weird that is. I've never done anything like that before. I could never have done that on purpose. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. That looks like a pretty... I could have sworn I heard like a little... At the very end of that, I could have sworn I heard the very beginning of the B note, but I guess I didn't. I edited that properly. So, let's go back here. And that's why I wanted this. I just wanted to go over here, drag it over, and let me see. Let's zoom out again. And a little more. 5. And we're going to get right there. And right there. That should be right. Let's see. Yep. All right. E, 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 B, 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 B. All right, now it repeats. The B, A, E, B cycle repeats. And I'm not going to use the same exact, I actually played it to, I played it. I don't have to use the exact, I don't have to copy the first cycle, use the same exact copy. I can use what I played. And so I'm going to get the double arrows and I'm going to drag it out. And this, again, in theory, this should work out. I keep waiting for myself to wipe out and realize that I did something retarded, that I forgot something. See how far this goes out. All right. Let's just go back here to the beginning of the second B-A-E-B cycle. B, 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 a B, A, B, E, 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 B, 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 B. Wait a minute. Okay, I just got confused. I just got confused. All right. That's the first interlude. That's the second interlude. I'm going to mute the bass part. Get back to the song, the structure of the song. Let's listen to the song. All right. Just passing through you. Interlude. B, A, 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 E, 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 B, 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 B again. B, 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 A, 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 E, 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 B, B, B. Now the third verse should begin. Right there. That's the beginning of the third verse. Therefore, the beginning of an entire section of that, again, right there. That much is twice the length of that one. That is the width of the second interlude. That's why I was confused. I dragged it out too far. I've dragged out other things in life too far as well. Like I dragged out being a booze hound. 2.5 decades too long. I need to, I'm starting to get a little chilly. Hang on, what do I want to do here? Mode. This room is just, you can't get it in the sweet spot for too long. All right. That's where, okay, so. There. So right there, that's the B, right there. That's the beginning of the new verse, right there. Go back here, disappear this, drag it over to there. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this second interlude, which is 2 cycles of B, A, E, B, which is, no, that's not what I'm going to do. Well, no. Right. I'm going to take this one here, select it, and of course I fucking dragged it, selecting it. It's annoying. Undo drag move. Always be on the lookout for that. If you miss yourself doing that. All right, it's selected, and copy. Go down here to my empty track, and I've got it. I've got the line set where I want to paste it. I can just select this track that we're in and paste, and it should go in the right place. Boom, there it is. All right, and let's just go in and look at it close up and make sure that, yeah, all right, so that should be my my B, and that there, and there. Should be more or less right. And this, I should be able to drag that out there. Okay. That should be right. I've been right every time so far. Alright. Let's see. So that's where I should begin singing the third verse. Hopefully that'll be right. Well, it would help if I unmuted the bass part. All right. And I'm going to turn it back up for easy reference. Yep. I don't think that needs nudging. I think that's right on there. You know, this all works out. It saves so much agonizing frustration of trying to track the whole damn thing. Yep. So far, so good. We're just passing through. All right, I think that's as far as I can go. Copying and pasting. I think that's as far as I can go because now that's the beginning of the outro. And that's different from the rest of the song. The sequence, the pattern stops there. So I'm going to have to track that. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that in this video because for whatever reason I tried getting the black box audio interface to be audible here, but no dice when I tried it. If I could get that to work, I'd go ahead and track it right now. In this video, it's gone on long enough anyway. Why not? I'll give it one more shot. Let me see. Let's just don't need this anymore. Delete those effects. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I might. Can I undo that? Undo, delete, plugin. Okay. Yeah. Let's try again. Let me see if I can get some audio audible in here from my audio interface. Arm the track. Oh, but that's oh, that's the octavizer. We could have some fun with that. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see. Mute. Or solo. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Eat my shorts. And now I want this. So you can set it so that when you stop, this goes back to where you started. Normally I have it set like that. Sometimes for editing I don't. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah. Oakley dokley. Let me see here. Yeah. Control X. All right. Go back into preferences. I'm going to try one more time. I don't know. Should work, you know, because when I track, when I'm not on here doing a video, when I track from the black box, I can hear it. No problem. Input. Black box. I don't know why there's two of them. Okay. All right. Well, there's input signal. And when I click that, oh, it didn't work before. It didn't work before, but now it does. I'm not prepared to track this. I haven't planned. Okay, so I'm going to plug my headphones into the audio interface. Let's see, the outro is just 2 chords. What is the outro? Which 2 chords is the outro? It's just 2 chords. I'll figure it out. Hang on. Now I'm plugged into my my black box. I can hear my guitar. You can't hear it. But to do this, then I'm gonna have to. This ain't gonna work. No, it's not gonna work, because I've gotta hear the mix through my headphones, through the audio interface, and if I do that, then you won't be able to hear it. Enough. All right. I will finish tracking the bass part, and then I'll finish mixing it. And Nathan, if you are listening to this, when you finally hear this, finished. And if you've watched this, then you've been here for part of the workflow, and you'll have a memory to associate with what you hear. All right. So I guess that's it. This is a long ass video. It's probably going to take all night to upload it to YouTube. Yeah. And then, or it'll take until I go to bed. And then I'll get up in the morning and it'll have 0 views. That's okay. I can come back and watch it later. I like to watch myself. I watch everything that I do. I watch it back. And I notice things that I I notice where I misspeak and I say the wrong words, and I think I got Dane Bramage from all the boozing. Let's say that my mission is accomplished, and I actually managed to reach out and connect with another guy just like me who's into this shit, and had a good time being here for this workflow. And you know, I just lost my train of thought. I better go. That's it for the alcoholic audio engineer from beautiful scenic Paju City, South Korea, where all hell could break loose at any given moment. Not, but maybe. You know. Yeah, you know, they're going to try to assassinate Trump. Can I say that on YouTube? It already happened. Yeah, you know, they're going to try to assassinate Trump. Not, but maybe. But it happened. Who knows if it was, part of the plan. Are you Q adjacent? Q aware? I have been. I don't give a shit anymore. I do, but I don't. I'm so sick and tired of all of it. The world is this world is sick and stupid and insane. But I get to do shit like this. This is amazing. I sure am grateful that I have this. Man. This saved my life. This is what stops me from, especially, man, this sultry summer night. Just want to go waltzing out into that sultry heat. Get a big old bottle of booze. Big old bottle of soju. Glug, 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 glug. Glug, 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 glug. Stop. Wait. Oh, that first flush. Ooh. You'll wander off into the woods. You'll wander down some alleyways with some brightly lit neon signs. Those old drunken perambulations, those late night journeys, wandering around drunk. Oh, it was fun. And it was not fun also, but it was fun. Yeah. I walk outside in this steaming heat. It's not that hot, but it's sultry. And, I still feel the pull. Yeah. Go marauding out into the night. Get drunk. Maraud. Fall down and break something. End up in the hospital getting surgery requiring pins. Nope, not going to do that again. I'm going to stay here and finish my mix. Okay. Thank you if you were actually here. Alcoholic audio engineer. Adios, over and out.